Good day, grade 8. This is Miss George again, and this is lesson 3 of algebraic expressions, but our focus today will be expanding algebraic expressions. Okay, so you remember the acronym SALSA that we used right in the beginning. So again, S stands for skills, A for algebraic language, L for laws, and then S again for strategies, and A for attitude. So we need to have the correct attitude moving forward. Okay, positive attitude, right? So when we talk about expanding expressions, you will notice that there will be brackets within these expressions. So the laws that we are going to be using in this particular lesson, the first one would be is brackets means multiplication, and you can't forget that. Okay, right. The next law we need to remember is law 1 of exponents. So you need to remember law 1 of exponents. It won't always be used, but you need to remember them when we do encounter a problem like this. So law 1 says that when our bases are the same, when our variables are the same, in this case, we need to add our exponents. Okay, I will just remind you again when we are given an example like that. So let's look at our first example. Example 1. So if I have 2 open brackets 3x plus 1, okay, I have brackets over here, and that brackets mean multiplication. So whatever is in front of my bracket, I must multiply with all the terms that is on the inside of my bracket. Okay, so then therefore I would have 2 multiplied by 3x. Because we do not have a variable x here, we cannot use law 1 of exponents, where we would add our exponents with one another, right? So therefore we are only multiplying the numbers with one another, and x would remain just x. So 2 multiplied by 3 gives me 6, and my x over there. Okay, then I need to multiply my 2 with my second term, which is 1. So 2 multiplied by 1 gives me positive 2. Great. So there's nothing I can do further. So that is the answer for expanding my algebraic expression. If I look at the second example, okay, and I have 2x open bracket 3x plus 1. Again, whatever is in front of the bracket, I must multiply with what is on the inside. Okay, so then 2x multiplied by 3x. So can you see there's a variable x, there's a variable x, so that variables are the same, so therefore I can add the exponents. If I do not see any exponent there, remember there is an invisible 1, and there is an invisible 1. So firstly we're multiplying the coefficients together. So 2 times 3 gives me 6 again. X times x gives me x to the power of 2, because I added those exponents with one another. Great. Okay, and then I need to multiply 2x by positive 1. That gives me, remember, anything multiplied by 1 is just that number that we started with. So then I have positive 2x. Okay, great. So again, I'm going to give you 5 sums to do on your own. I want you to try them on your own, and then we will work through it together. So these are the 5 questions that I need you to do quickly, and then when you press play again, we can go through the questions together. Perfect. So let's look at the answers of these 5 questions. Let's start with number 1. Okay, so I have 5 bracket A plus 7 close bracket. Okay, so like I said before, whatever is in front I'm going to multiply with what is inside of my bracket. Okay, so then therefore I have 5 multiplied by A, which gives me 5A, and 5 multiplied by 7, which gives me, because I have positive 5, positive 7, I know my answer must be positive, and therefore positive 35. Great. So I hope this one was easy. Okay, let's move on to the second one. So I have 2b, open bracket, b to the power of 2 minus 2. Okay, so again, what's in front of the bracket I'm going to multiply with what's inside. Okay, so coefficient with coefficient. The coefficient over here is invisible 1, so therefore 2 multiplied by 1 would remain 2. B times B, is my bases the same? My variables the same? Correct. Yes, both of them are a B, so therefore keep my base the same, B, and 1 plus 2 gives me exponent of 3. Great. Okay, moving forward, then 2b will be multiplied with negative 2. I have a positive over here, I have a negative over there, and you all should know that sign rules of multiplication says that the positive multiplied by a negative gives me a negative. So I know my answer will be negative, right? So then I have 2 times 2 gives me 4, and I just have my b to the power of 1 over there. Okay, great stuff. Let's move forward. Question 3. I have x to the power of 2, open bracket, 3x plus 1 close bracket. Again, coefficient over here is invisible 1. I like to think of it as breaking things up a bit, so I would multiply my coefficients together, then the variables, right? So 1 multiplied by 3 gives me 3. X and x, they are the same, so I know that I need to add my exponents. Okay, so 2 plus 1 gives me 3. Great. And then again, anything multiplied by 1 would stay that value, so therefore I have positive x to the power of 2. That's not too bad, eh? Okay then, let's move on. Question 4. I have 6y, y minus 2 in the brackets. Okay, so then 6 multiplied by my invisible 1 over there would leave me with 6. Y multiplied by y, I need to add my exponents with one another. That gives me y to the power of 2. Great. Then again, a positive number multiplied by a negative number leaves me with a negative in my answer. 6 multiplied by 2 gives me 12. There is no y there, so that y just comes along with it. It goes unchanged. Okay, remember? Right. Then the last one, question 5. I have 2x, open bracket, 6x minus 10. Okay, 2 multiplied by 2 gives me 12. X multiplied by x gives me x to the power of 2. And then again, I would have my 2x multiplied by my negative 10. A positive multiplied by a negative gives me a negative. 2 multiplied by 10 gives me 20, and then my x stays an x. Great, I hope you all understood that. See you next time. Bye.